Good evening. This is Robert Paltz. How's everybody doing? Let me set this all up here. Get it going. Okay, it's a fine evening, Sunday evening, and I'm going to take and talk about when you add something to FamilySearch's sources, they ask you for a reason why you're adding that, and a lot of people just put very little in there, including myself, and for some time, I felt that that was a problem. You can take and read it, read what people put in there, and if you're going to be the genealogist, you're going to put an event or source into a person's record. You ought to do more than just um, minor things. Now, last week or on Friday, this is Sunday. I had listened to some of the stuff that they're going to do at Roots Tech this year, and it sounds like maybe they're going to do something like this. But I'd already put quite a bit of effort into outlining this and developing this, and I was at the stage of getting ready to prompt this. So I went ahead and did it. And when they do this next week, we'll do a comparison between what I chose and their process and see which one is more detailed. I'm pretty happy with mine right now. So you let me know. This is actually for me. So anyway, disclaimer. Like I've always told you, I'm not a professional genealogist or an expert even. I do these vlogs for a lot of reasons, and this one's just to take and document that I've done this. This is a collaborative effort. I'd like to have your feedback. This is how I do it. There are going to be options to do this starting next week, so it'll be interesting to see what those are. I do want to thank everyone who has given me a comment. I appreciate it, whether you're for me or against me or whatever. It always helps me improve, and I appreciate those. If you don't like the way I do something, people tell me because I'll try and change for you. I do these videos so you can take and slow them down and see what I'm doing. Some people were complaining about that, and that made sense to me. This was the only solution I could come up with for that. I'm a member of 7 genealogy and historical societies at least, and I don't represent any of them. These surnames are on one name Facebook sites that I help administer. And so if you want to take and join any of them because you have those surnames, we would love to have you. And according to Steve Little's process, and this is an AI presentation, by the way, I'm just a beginner. And so let's get into it right away. I'm developing a prompt, and the prompt is for taking and adding a source to FamilySearch. So here is the role. You're acting as a senior professional genealogist and historian. Your objective is to apply the genealogy proof standard to a specific target event to determine if that should be attached to a profile. Task is to evaluate the probability on a scale of 0 to 10 of the targeted event belonging to the targeted individual by coordinating with research logs, family group sheets, and historical transit data. Okay. And the prompts, just so you understand, I have data input prompts. I have data that I'll be inputting, and the first one is going to be the targeted event. The second one is going to be the targeted individual. And then there's going to be Zotero research logs for both the target and spouses. And there's going to be family group sheets. And if you don't know how to do those, when I get to the demonstration, I'm going to show you how to create those. Okay. If you've been with me for a while, you know I use Zotero for my research logs. I use Roots Magic for my data collection and analysis, and then I put it in FamilySearch. And I will be doing a FamilySearch video at some point in time after this that will use this. So I will be putting this into FamilySearch at that time. But it's more complicated than this. Okay. Here's the evaluation criteria. I'm looking at whether it's an original or primary source. I'm looking at the chronological effects of it. I'm looking at the fan memberships. And if it's a conceptual, a birth event, I'm looking at the conception and whether it could actually occur. So I've asked the prompt to do that, and I think it's done a good job so far. Output, I'm looking for evidence and analysis, so a probability score, uh, a genealogy proof standards rationale. This is a timeline feasibility. This is a conceptual analysis if there's a birth involved, and then a FamilySearch reason statement. So there's a limit on what you can take and put in the FamilySearch reason, and I'm trying to stay within that limit. Okay. Okay. So okay, I'm going to take this and put it over to one side, and okay, show you the development. Wait a minute. Okay. All right. So the first thing I'm going to show you is the development. I got to remember which one I did. That was a 1902. There we go. That's it. It was a 1902 newspaper article. Here, I'll show you the article. Okay. There it is. It's an article in newspapers.com. And it's Mrs. Pulse and two children from Guthrie arrived. Okay. And here's the details down here. And you'll see that's in Zotero. Here's the link to the article. Here's the description of the article. And I need to see if I can attach that. So it has, here's the abstract. And here's the note. Okay. So to take and generate that, you go up here and you come over here. You say generate a report. Okay. And then I file that report, save that report in what I call new folder, which is a subfolder of downloads. And that's only because it makes it easy to get there. And so that would be targeted event, which is already in there. And I'm going to leave that like that. Okay. So that's the first thing. Next thing I said I was going to do is a Zotero research log. Okay. Similar thing. You come over here, you click like this, and you say generate the research log. Okay. So now you have this research log for that individual. So here's all the information that's in the research log on that individual. And it's fairly extensive here. You can see there's a lot of data that has been accepted and is in here. Accepted means that it's been put into research Roots Magic. And and if it says accepted in FS, that's in FamilySearch also. So it's already in FamilySearch, so you don't need to do that. So you just go up here, File, Save, and it will save it right there. There is the research log for the individual. Okay. And on the chance of boring you to death, you do the same thing for Beverly. Here's Beverly. He's fourth generation, Otis fourth generation. There's our research numbers and everything. Come down here and generate a log. Come over here and hit this and say save. And that's the spouse research log right there. Okay. And that's done. Okay. Now we got two more items to do. We got family group sheets. Okay. So we have information already in the Roots Magic. Okay. And here's Roots Magic. Let's start with James Stewart Kennedy. That's her father. And so you need this information basically for all the fan information. So you come down here and you do publish. You choose family group sheet. It comes up like, it comes up like this. And you come down here and you say generate report. And it prints out all this information. Okay. And you take that. Not what I wanted. There we go. Mouse, and I put it in as a PDF. And you'll see it right here. James Stewart Kennedy right there. So that's in. And not to be too redundant, I want to take and do another one, and that's going to be on Otto Kennedy's family. And again, I publish it. I go to Family Group Sheet. I think repetitive is good for you, so you can take and see it. And then I go here, and I use PDF. You can use it, anything you want, because the Gemini will take it. My Ernest Gemini, and here it is right there. Okay. And so I've put Family Group Sheet. I labeled it just as the way Gemini is looking for it. So now, at this point in time, let's do this and bring this over and show you this. This is what's in Gemini. I mean, in the new folder, ready for Gemini. Okay. So let's kill that. Let's kill this. Let's go to Gemini. We don't need that. And let's get rid of this. And let's go to Gemini. Okay. Here's all those instruments. Da 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 da. And here's, as a professional genealogist and historian, I enter the prompt that I said. Here it is right here. Okay, I used the prompt that was, or I'd already developed the prompt up here. And so I had it run the prompt, and this is what it gave me back. And I think this is just ideal. Now, I'm not ready to take and put this into FamilySearch yet, because I have the input to the FamilySearch, and that's going to be another video. And I will use that when I go to do that. But probability score 10 out of 10, pretty doggone good. Genealogy Proof Standard Analysis, the target source is an original newspaper clipping, and so on, and so on, and so on, and so on. Timeline, meaning whether it's the previous event and the next event, how it fits in there, is this. Okay. And you can export that to a spreadsheet. And then travel methodology and feasibility, the distance between Guthrie, Oklahoma, and Linden, Kansas, is approximately 230 miles. In 1902, the Atchison, Topeka, and the Santa Fe, and they rode that a lot, so I'm pretty sure that's what they rode on too. And other rail lines were well established in this region. The trip would have taken roughly 8 to 12 hours by passenger train, making the travel highly plausible and efficient for a mother with children. And the children should have been of age. Fan club, Beverly W. Pulse is not present, likely working as a carpenter and engineer in Guthrie. Parents, James J.S., he's called Jazz Kennedy most of the time, and Martha Bell. They're the named host and parents of this event. Siblings, Mrs. McClure, which is Emily Kennedy, and Mrs. I'm not going to try that word. Kate is Kate Kennedy. And they're confirmed Viva logs as Otto sisters. The two children are likely referred to are Mabel and Harry, who were traveling age in 1902. Harry's my great-grandfather. And Mabel's my aunt that got me into doing genealogy. One of the two. The other one would be Flora. Special case conception, no conception in this particular one. That'll be interesting to see when that happens. Target event is a family reunion visit. It's not a birth record. So the FamilySearch reason statement. This 1902 newspaper record confirms Otto Kennedy was the daughter of James S. and Martha Kennedy and established her residence in Guthrie while visiting her parents in Linden, Kansas. It provides strong evidence for fan club and families relationships. Okay. And so now I had it write an infographic that you will see at the beginning of this. So what do you think of this? It's going to be interesting to take and see what FamilySearch comes up with next week. So I thought I'd put this out there, get your comments on it, and let's go see what they do at FamilySearch. Now, if you're interested in my FamilySearch playlist, this will be in this video will be in the FamilySearch playlist. There are additional videos that I've done on FamilySearch specific topics, and you may find that of interest. Appreciation again. You'll see Steve Little's fairly prominent in this. The whole concept about probability and everything came from Steve. Then you see timelines from Thomas McKinney. You see research logs from Diane Elder and her Research Like a Pro. Donna Cox Baker is the one that taught me to take and do Zotero uh, um, research logs. Roots Magic, Renee and Bruce have taught me a lot of things about Roots Magic. And I can't think of anyone else right. Oh, Sue Tolbert is a major helper on Roots Magic, and plus all other types of things that are in genealogy. So I need to take and say I was going to add her today, and I didn't do that. Please subscribe and give me a thumbs up. I'll respond to comments, but it may take a while. Please comment with additional topics that you think I should address. And thank you. I would be very interested in what you think of this process today. And once they FamilySearch publishes theirs next week, I'd like to take and see what you think of the two. All right. You have a good evening tonight, and